Hello and welcome to this first episode of my English phone reviews. My name is Harm and I'm a Dutch guy and I have a YouTube channel where I present my old mobile phone collection. About 450 of them are in the collection. And it occurred to me that maybe there would be some interest for English speaking viewers to see my phone reviews. So here's the first experiment with this. Not sure where I'm going with this, but let's just make it up as I go. And the first one I'm going to use here is the Sony Ericsson t68i, with I of course standing for probably intelligent or internet. There used to be an t68 without I, which was a different color and was really an Ericsson. So this is probably one of the first crossovers when Sony and Ericsson started working together. And this one is actually a phone that I bought myself with a mobile phone subscription, probably somewhere around the year 2000 or something, or 2001. So this is actually one from my own personal collection that I just never got rid of, and it started being part of my extended collection. T68i, it's a high-end mobile phone that was used by business people. You can see that by looking at this infrared, which was a typical business feature. It's a very small compact phone with a relatively big battery, as was the case in that time. It's made in China, but it's still a pretty good piece of equipment. And let's just switch it on and see what happens. We see light and sound effects, of course. In those days it was normal to have little lights indicating anything. We have a green light indicate that there's some mobile signal. We have a blue light, of course, that indicates Bluetooth, which was a novelty in this time. It's a very advanced phone for its days because it has a color display. I think it's 256 colors and a nice blue keypad illumination. And of course, for this occasion, I put the Sony Ericsson logo as the background because that's how they probably came out of the factory. Well, using this phone is pretty easy because it has a small tiny little joystick here, which you can press in order to open the menu. We have a phone book, of course, that's nothing new. We have messages, well, SMS, MMS was of course kind of new in that day. We have email messages, the area info, which I always loved because it showed you on the display in which local area code you were at that moment. So I always thought it was very advanced. Well, the call menu, of course, the missed calls, all that sort of normal stuff. Fun and games. We can use themes, pictures. Of course, you can see here some pictures because it was my own personal phone. It shows some of the things I liked in those days. I still like Citroen, test image. Well, some stupid stock pictures that came with the phone. And we can draw pictures, we can compose ringtones, sound recorder even, and some games. I never really liked to do games on my phone, so I don't really know what they do or how they are played. But I do know is that we have ringtones, and that I was able, using probably the Sony Ericsson PC suite, to put ringtones on my phone. I think probably using a data cable or the infrared port, of course. Let's see what kind of ring signals we have. The Nokia tune, of course, me being a bit... I always like to do things different than others, so I put the Nokia tune on my Sony Ericsson, even though I never owned a Nokia. Welcome to the sounds of the zeros. Let's see what we have. Een liedje. We have the Nokia SMS tune even. I'm not sure what all this crap means here. This phone marks kind of a transition period, still monophonic ringtones, but of course we have the color display, which makes it an interesting phone. We have the vibrating alert, which was of course common used in this time. Let's see what we have. Voice control. I don't think I have ever used that. Connect. I think this one even had GPRS, so the first generation mobile internet. We have of course the infrared port, Bluetooth. I remember in my car I had a nice car kit built in for this phone. Data communication. Well, of course all the data accounts are dead, so it's not working anymore. I remember that you could buy a clip-on camera for this phone to make pictures and send them by MMS. I didn't have that. It was probably very expensive, or I just didn't feel the use for it. I had some other accessories though. I had this nice desktop charger, which is the same color as the phone, like sort of whitish, pearl white. It's a nice clean design to put your phone on the desktop. I also had this little laser pointer, and I must have bought it because of my cat. Cats love laser pointers, of course, and we can just plug it in. It uses the power source of the phone battery, and now I have an unlimited power laser pointer. How cool is that? Let's see if we can point it at the camera. Well, apart from that, we can see here that we have the reception bars with a little blue icon indicating GPRS reception. We have, of course, the battery status indicator, the Bluetooth indicator, and then I think I have two of these in my collection. The other one is really battered and looks horrible, so I had to create one working from those two phones. And this is working for 95%, just the yes button isn't working, and I think the clear button isn't working. Most of the other buttons are sort of working. That's enough for me for now. This phone also was triple band, so you could use it anywhere in the world, from Asia to America to Europe, which was of course a big step ahead from the first single band mobile telephones that in the Netherlands you could only use with the KPN or Libertel network. But we're talking ancient history here, of course. Well, this will conclude my first English review of this nice old phone. If you're interested, just drop me a line. Let me know if you would like more of these. I have 450 other phones in my collection, so there will be bound to be something to your liking for me to review. Thank you, and I will just switch it off to demonstrate that sound with a nice animation, and see you next time.